Yeah. Did you guys also level up all your characters, by the way? Just, okay. Uh, I know Sky did. I was just making sure with everyone else. I know Miles probably did as well. Uh, okay. So last time, the party, um, the party basically traveled from level 5. Uh, the party made landfall onto the mainland near Seagal. Garrick brought the group over to a safe place where they could stay the night, and a safe spot so they could stay the night and then travel to Seagal during the day. On their travel, they found as they arrived to the place, Sky got taken by a large amalgamed beast and was taken to a house. The party soon followed, and there they found Brandy Garrick, the former handler of Garrick himself, and she died at the end of that by the hands of the party, and the giant thing that is that amalgam. Just a reminder, the amalgam looks like has like a dog, like a mastiff's head on the body, with a snake-like body, with arms of like some like exoskeletal arms and shit. You know, some weird fucking looking dog. Phil, as you were traveling with the party, you got lost because you didn't know where they were running to. I need you to make me a perception check. This is currently the night on which you guys were fighting. Yeah, what do you want to do? I told him to roll perception. Okay. Okay. Give me a minute. Bernard, you're walking around in the forest. It's very dark outside. You don't know where your friends are. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a small figure. With a 17 in its perception check, you see that it has. All you see is a small figure, and it is brandishing a weapon. But it is a good like 30 to 45 feet away from you. Okay. Okay. Make me another perception check. I can tell. As you're beginning to walk closer and closer to this thing, you start to see a lot of eyes around you. They're in the treetops primarily, but there are also some that are on the ground as well. As you approach this thing, it is not a person. It is a dummy. Make me a dex saving throw. As you're investigating that person, you immediately get caught by a trap, and you are flung up into the air. It is a hempen rope. The rope is dead. It's a dead plant. It's not a vine. Okay. Everything is upside down. Roll me perception. You're starting to get a closer look at the things that are coming closer to you. They are green kobolds. And they all kind of look disappointed at you. They seem to be muttering to themselves in a language that you don't understand. Do you know Draconic? Then you do not know it. You do not know what they're saying. They seem to be muttering amongst themselves. And then you see one significantly older kobold just kind of walk forward out through all of them. Significantly older. He's holding like a long stick. And, you know, everyone else is kind of like making way out, like making a path for him to walk. And he approaches you. He just looks at you. This kobold, he looks like that. He just has like really pronounced fucking like eyebrows. So it just looks like that he's constantly fucking squinting, and his eyebrows are just the thing that you can only see on this thing. And so he's just looking at you, really drooped ears, green kobold. And he just kind of like lowly mutters, just, "You're not beast." Not a beast, the beast. Angry god. Comes steal children, knight. Try capture. Kill. One thing that you're noticing with this man, he seems to be the only person to speak common here, and it is very broken. Yeah. You beast? Hunt? He kind of just looks at the other people, and you see the kobold, and he just kind of looks at one of these hunters and just nods yes, and you fall to the ground, and you are taken to, and this old man just says, "Follow, we tell." You're with the green kobolds now. No, they cut you down. They're resetting the trap and just all that. It's morning now. Arthuritis, you're wanting to put rocks in the bag of devouring? Okay. Okay. How many rocks are you putting in there? Okay. You put one rock in there. It's gone. You put another rock in there. That's gone as well. You put in that third rock. It's there. You were last keeping guard in for the night. Where were you holed up? Just so I know. Where were you basically keeping your watch primarily? Okay, Garrick did not move from like away from the grave. Okay, that was just from my knowledge. Uh, what else are you gonna do? On what? Okay. 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 One thing that you will note, there is a skeleton that appears, but it is not from the grave that is right by you. You see that it the thing, the enemy that kind of comes up is a little far away. It's actually closer to the front door of the house than you would have wanted it to show up. It is about a medium-sized, just normal fucking human skeleton, and it just grasps at the, climbing itself up to the ground, and it just looks at you. You just see it look at you, look down, look back up, notice that you're a much larger skeleton. He starts dismantling himself. No. No, this one was, like, by the front fucking door. This isn't. Given the fact that you do study, that you know the anatomy, you know what skeletons look like, you can tell. This is notably a male skeleton. Mm-hmm. You can tell by the bone structure that this is a male skeleton. You don't know if it's like a half elf or like a half orc or just straight up human, but it's, yeah. It's dismantling itself like very meticulously and like shoving it into the fucking bag. What are you gonna do? Okay. You cast Animate Undead. Over by the shack, there's just a fucking skeleton that just walks out of the shack. like nonchalantly, like he's been there already. We can ask the same question to you, Phil. He just looks at you. Noticeably with this one, this is a orc skeleton. So you can tell just by the pronounced fucking tusks that this thing has. Mm-hmm. The thicker bones and shit. He just looks at you. Looks at the dude that's currently fucking trying to dismantle himself, and he's just helping him. So you used your... Okay, so with your enemy undead, did you get a free cast on that? Or... Oh, you didn't... I don't think you put your shit on there. No. You're... What you get from Necromancer. Yeah, if you could. Spontaneous Unburial. You don't need... Okay, so you've casted... Okay, so you don't get it once a day. You just have it. You learn the spell sooner. Or you learn the spell and you have it now. So, you cast that twice? Yeah. Okay. As you're doing this, as the clattering just happens, you just see Garrick kind of just wake up and just look at the two fucking skeletons just trying to fucking dismantle each other and put themselves in the bag, and he's just like... He just fucking rolls back to sleep. It sounds like whenever you hit a fucking, like, whenever you're dropping fucking, the sticks on the marimba, that's just what it constantly sounds like with these motherfuckers. Okay, Sky, what are you up to? You wake up, you hear marimbas. Maurice is sleeping on top of Jefferson's head. Okay. You look outside, there seems to be an as you immediately walk outside of the door, there seems to be a fucking hole there. Yep. Like something crawled out of the hole. Okay. Do you go closer to the sound? You see a human skeleton next to an orc skeleton currently dismantling each other and putting themselves inside of a bag. As Arthuritis watches. Garrick is asleep and he He's near your mom's grave. And it seems that he spent the night keeping watch over it. Okay. Yeah, he looks like that he's already been disturbed by the fucking cacophony that is this noise that's going on. Yes. I don't want to help with that. Just looks over at you. I don't know. Like what? I suppose, but you just see the two skeletons just kind of wave. Primarily, it was the orc one that waved. I'm sorry, Sky. I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry for everything. I didn't know how to... I wasn't in control of my actions, and I was acting on primarily survival. If as much as that testament is... I think that you probably last me out in a Stanima. Stanima. Fuck. Stanima. I'm really, bro. I'm very scared. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. You got it, Mac. If that's what you want to do, and if you want to do that with me, college, luck, maybe. Garrett kind of gets up from where he's at. Roll me an insight check. He's not really laying down like all the way on the fucking ground anymore. He's just he's propped up against the wall, kind of. you see Garrick actually go and hug you. Now you know how it feels. Yeah, no, you are a foot taller than him. But he's sitting on the ground, and I would assume that you're sitting next to him at this point. And yeah, he just goes in and just hugs you. Thank you. I don't think I can. Okay. As you walk in, you notice that Luck has kind of just piled up like a lot of blankets on what you remember is where Miqol is currently staying. He's just trapping him under just fucking 30 blankets and shit. Just Luck kind of looks at you. Luck kind of just looks at you, and he just keeps doing whatever he's doing. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Garrick is just gonna... Yeah, Phil's not there. You guys don't know what happened to Phil. As all this is going on, Phil, you were briefed of what you were supposed to hunt on. I'm gonna give you that picture again. I'm gonna post it again in the general chat. These green kobolds basically described that what's been terrorizing them as an vengeful, angry god is this. And it lives in the clearing by the house. You do not know what the fuck that is. That would be an Arcana check. That was actually semi-decent. With your background, with everything that you kind of know about these things, you would assume that this is like a ranger beast that's kind of like you take like some mad mage bullshit, or just like an aberration upon aberrations, but you have never seen something like this before. Like, even as a nature guy, you've never seen this thing before, and you were basically sent alone to deal with this thing because the kobolds don't hunt during the day for this thing. But you see, like, the rest of the party is, like, in this clearing. You were at the clearing that it basically nests at. One common thing that they basically told you about, and I need to pull up my document again because I fucking accidentally closed this shit. Fucking Christ. God damn it. That it is, oh fuck, where is it? It's just a very vengeful, that it is a angry god that like devours anything that's left on the that kind of travels the forest floor if they aren't careful, and even if like it's during the fucking day, this thing will swoop up and take like one of their kind, you know, and they won't even see them coming. All you see is Arthuritis as he has two fucking as the two skeletons are kind of almost done stuffing each other inside of that bag of devouring. Who wants chowder? Probably don't want to eat those condiments. That's Phil. That's Phil doing a persuasion on you. You can roll insight, or you can go with it. Yeah, what Phil's saying is making sense. You know, these kobolds are afraid of this monster that, you know, that they had him like want to hunt for. You know, like they want him to hunt this thing down and, you know, get rid of it. One thing that you notice is one thing that whenever you were in their camp was actually in the treetops. Um, and they looked more like it, I say pseudo fucking like pseudo civilized. Um, think of it as like it's a like hunter gatherer society that has recently gone into farming. So it's kind of like that type of feel. It's they're treading new ground instead of, you know, trying to do all that stuff. They still hunt and gather, but they are actually settling in one place. So it didn't look like that there was a lot that they could offer, but you never know with kobolds. They typically have a lot of loyalty to like things. Sky, you're inside and you're cooking. I need you to make me a survival check. To make egg. He made him the way that you like him. Okay. As you're making, as you're kind of throwing this shit out, one thing kind of just permeates in your mind, and this just kind of reminded you of whenever you were making eggs back in that dream. Oh. So, Arthuritis, your skeletons have finished stuffing themselves. One thing kind of reminds you whenever you're throwing out these eggs, and you almost did this by habit. There's no, like, trash can here. You always put the food inside of a inside of this large-ish, like, dish, and it was labeled. Yeah, there's no, like, way to get rid of it, and inside of your dream there was this large, like, dish that you used to put stuff in, and it would just go away. Sure. Yep. Investigation or roll history to see if you can remember what details about it were there. Okay. You look around the house a little bit, and you look around in the kitchen, and you're looking everywhere. I'm assuming you just have, like, the fucking pan of just shit eggs in as you're just, where is it? Where the fuck is it? And you're just carrying this thing with you as you're just trying to find it, and you're going through, like, all the fucking rooms of the house. And then just this thought comes into your mind. There's more than one... There's one place I haven't looked. And it's that shed. The shed. Okay. Outside you see Phil and Arthuritis. They seem to be talking about something, but you don't know what. You go to the shed. The door's closed. Okay. Inside, in the middle of the floor, you see that dish. But around that dish is the thing. It is... Yeah, the dog thing. It is just coiled around it. Okay, roll stealth. Opens the door, closes the door. So yeah, so the dish is inside of that. Inside there. Okay, so you're trying to scrape them under the door, or, like, on the other side of the door? Okay, roll. Roll stealth. He has some pretty good smell because these eggs are prominent. As you're kind of scraping the eggs, you hear the door just kind of just open. As you see that this thing didn't all the way just open. Like it didn't just fling fucking open like All-Star. He just kind of just gently just brings out his arm and puts down the dish. He closes the door behind him. Okay. Okay. Are you gonna make more eggs? Okay. Arthuritis and Phil, you saw this happen. Do you wish to inspect with Phil? All you see is fucking the gears turning. Phil's thinking. He's trying to process what he just saw. You can just go and investigate yourself. You know, with all the information that's happened to you in the past day, you know that's where the monster. That's where you know the monster that took Sky stays. And that. But you're not sure if that's the beast that he's supposed to hunt. You see that there's a bowl that is you see that there's a bowl that was placed outside of the shed by the beast in itself. Do you wish to inspect this, or do you want to go and try to open the door? The bowl is a porcelain-esque bowl, and it has the name Miqol painted on the front of it. The only name that you know that these things call this thing is the hidden was it something along the lines of the hidden hiss or the hidden bark. Okay. So how are you going to open this door, Arthuritis? No, yeah, no, you have your arm again because you found skeletons, man. With your new arm, you open the... Well, I was asking if you wanted to try to open it stealthily or, you know... Yeah. Okay. I'm confident. I want him to know. You open in and you see... You see the beast that assisted with the kill of Brandy, and the same beast that also took Sky, just coiled up on the ground, resting, from what you can tell. It is, at the moment, a medium-sized creature that is just coiled. They basically gave you the description of it is, in Broken Common, that it has a dog's head, a snake's body, and armored arms. But they also mentioned that this thing could, that this thing was like a fucking gargantuan fucking beast that could eat single children in a single bite. But this thing is a medium-sized creature, so you don't know if that's like kobolds not knowing the right words, them trying to like say something else, or it is like legend being passed down generation to generation, and it's just getting tall tales and shit. You also realize that the children that they're probably talking about are kobolds. So so size is kind of a, you know, yeah, so hmm? Yeah. Basically, the armored arms is kind of talking about like what you could imagine, what you were thinking was like exoskeletal arms. Arthritis, you know the answer to that question. Nope. You see that the trash can is outside of the place. You, hmm? Sky, do you look at this trash can? You instantly remember what the fuck this is. You thought it was like some like icon or something as a kid. This is a name. The name on the front of this is Migo. Or something close to it. The thing is awake. He's looking at you, Phil. He's not even, like... He's not doing anything, really. He's just looking at you. Do you want to try it? He is a medium creature at this point. Who are you asking this to? I love that he's having a conversation with his sister at the moment. Arthuritis, as these two are talking to each other, I need you to make me a perception check. It's gone. Okay, where are you looking? Okay. Roll me perception. Are you looking or are you trying to hear for it? Okay. You still hear it inside of the shed. You look in the shed, it looks like it's completely empty. But you still hear it. You see I want to mention that the shed is very dimly lit. Like you can still like easily look through it, but whenever you look in it and it's right now, it looks like that there's nothing inside of it. Hmm? Yeah. Like there's things inside of it. It looks like it's a shed, but you don't see him inside of it. Okay. I put it where my heart used to be. Okay. Do you try to invite this thing as well? Okay. As you go inside and you make the eggs, who all is staying outside? You slept on 3 kobold children as they try to give you a bed to sleep on. Your sleep wasn't good. They tried to give you a bed, but you were sleeping on like kids or shit. Giving you like a fucking like a bed made for them, but you fucking like Sleeping Beauty'd the fucking 7 dwarves' beds. So you guys go inside, and almost immediately as you guys go inside, away from this shed, this beast that is now being dubbed by the name of Miqol, he's just sitting there. He basically goes out, and he's just waiting by the bowl, just patiently. Okay. Yeah, so Sky, I would say, do me another survival check. Yeah, no, they're decent eggs. These are eggs for everyone. Do you bring out food for Miqol? Okay. As you bring out food for him, he is very disciplined from what you can tell. He basically points using his head, kind of looking at the ball, then looking back at you, then back at the ball. Kind of like a happy dog knowing that he's about to get fed and he's just waiting for you to do it. As you do that, as you finish putting the eggs in the bowl, he just grabs it with his hands and just begins to eat it. He's looking off at something. He's looking at the grave. He's not nodding. You kind of see him, like, he has like a basic intelligence, but he's not the brightest thing. He is a comprehensive beast. And you see him drawing something in the circle. He is drawing a circle. Sure. He's trying to give off the idea at a game. He was told to do a perimeter of this place and to kill anything that was not supposed to be here. You see the fucking snake tail wagging. You can tell that he remembers you. Edward. 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 Breakfast gets to about the end, and you guys are beginning to pack up to head over to Seago. A little bit of time's passed, like only about an hour, but you guys basically pack up. You guys, Miqol seems to be looking at you guys, and he kind of looks a little inquisitive as you guys are kind of packing up. You need to ask the question, why are there skeletons here? You're gonna go to him? Immediately, he just looks at the forest. You see this small fucking kid just like, oh. The child failed the quick time event, now he's dead. He running, fucking Miqol saw him. Kid's running. He's flat-footing, just... Miqol kind of just looks at just everything as you guys are kind of packing, and just kind of... He kind of, like, motions towards his back. Yeah. You can try to insight what he's trying to... he's basically saying, he's basically like saying, "Get on my back. Let's go." He's just kind of looking at the rest of the group as just that, and he just kind of like flicks his head towards his back again. Okay. Is any other party member going to join you? Get on the back, amigo. Yeah. Luck is adamant about. Luck is really wanting to be held by this thing. As almost immediately, this thing grows into a quite a large creature. Yeah, the same one that you fucking captured you. Like that size. He has luck in his fucking hand. Miqol is just with with the entire party for the most part. And he is escorting you guys out of the forest. Make a perception check real quick. Yep. Anyone that's interested, you can make a perception check. Sky, you see that kobold child running, and you see Miko just like go for him, like, but you don't see him. You don't see the kid afterwards. Miko crushed him. He's following your orders. Kill all anime children. No, that kobold made the fucking anime noise. And he brings you guys to the edge of the forest. He drops you off, and almost immediately he just goes back in. And remember, the canopy of this place is very dim, so he just immediately just disappears. There is. Great forest person, help us. Nah. Even though Phil's entire race are just strangers in the forest. Both Phil and Arthuritis' race are just fucking homeless people in the fucking forest. So you guys begin to walk toward it. You guys are back in just this undead fucking land again. And you guys are making your way towards Seagale. It's around 11-ish right now. As you guys are treading along this path, towards Seagull. I need you guys to make me a stealth check. The undead members can make that with advantage, so Arthuritis. Because you're trying to hide from undead, and undead don't really see you as much of an issue. Yeah. You basically walk past an entire, like, large fucking, like, group of them. Like, maybe about, like, 20 fucking zombies / skeletons just kind of walking by you. They completely just overlook you. There's a lot of them. There's way too many of them. They also rolled a nat 1 on seeing you, so... and I'll say you guys basically travel for a good several hours. Will become bag of bone. Given the area that you guys are in at the moment, you might think that might not be the safest thing for the living. Garrick, you and Miqol are pretty much like okay. Like, you guys don't really need to worry about the undead too much, given the fact that they don't really see you as a threat, you know? Sky, Phil, and Luck, on the other hand, they see them as more of an issue. So as you guys are traveling into the next into the next fucking spawn, I need you guys to make me another stealth check. Unless you guys wanted to do something else as you guys are doing this. There is no plant life here. This is barren land, like scorched earth. Everything is just dead. Sky, you succeed. Arthuritis, you succeed as well. Bernard, roll me per stealth one more time. Or wait, no, you did. Okay. Yeah, these guys aren't really... Yeah, these undead are really fucking with you guys, and that's probably because there's the amount of undead that you guys are around, kind of helping with, like keep them away, you know? One noticeable one is you see this this undead minotaur just kind of walk by, and Garrick just kind of guides him away from the rest of the party. There's some other notable undead here. There are some undead centaur, mostly human, or like mixed. You know, it's kind of hard to tell what the difference is between a human and elf and the mixed races of half orcs, half elves. You know, humans. Funny enough, the occasional kobold. I have the power of God and enemy on my side. Though, Sky, I want you to make me a perception check real quick. Because you do notice one thing. Make me a perception check, Sky. You have not noticed any fucking marking, like, you haven't noticed any corpses or anything of, like, recently deceased or anything like that? Or the undead minotaurs and centaurs? You haven't noticed that they hadn't had scales or anything. Yeah. And you're thinking that might be it because your kind has your people have a little bit of resistance to the necrotics. You guys get to about what is it? You guys get into you guys basically see the city of Seagull at this point. And let me describe what you guys see. Where is it? Here it is. You guys see this large. As you're approaching this place, you see a lot of empty fields. There's corpses, broken wagons, and on the horizon, you see this large town that is surrounded by a large stone wall. Noticeably, just from the skyline of this place, you see that there's a large stone mound that is behind the wall. And then above the city itself, almost like stars, kind of like above the city, you see various sizes of black orbs floating around the city. And these sizes are kind of ranging from like 2.5 feet in diameter to about 7.5 foot diameter. And they're just lazily kind of just meandering around the city in the sky. You don't know what those are. Okay, let me change the map location real quick. That's a prison. You guys approach the town from the east side of the town, and you actually get onto actual paved road. There are some people that are outside of the city, but they're kind of just far and in between. Sky, I want you to roll me a perception check. Everyone else, you can make one as well, but you wouldn't. Jerricho's going to roll. Yeah. Okay. Sky, all the people that you've passed by, they are like they look like regular ass minotaurs and minotaur centaur every now and again. They all are just glaring at you. Yep. On which arm? They roll me intimidation. Phil, these people are also no Arthuritis. These people are just snaring at you as well, but that's probably because they think that you're just a mindless undead that's following when you're following this person. Yeah, these people just immediately just kind of like run like past you. No, they're not. They're not even like. They're staying away from you guys. As you approach the gate of this building, of this area, you see a minotaur in. You see a minotaur and a human in just a guard's uniform, and they are basically stopping you at the gate. We're currently on protection. We need to see all these things. We need a protocol. We need to make sure who you are, what you bring, and what your kind of looks at arthritis. Okay. You see him just kind of be tensed up a little bit. Just like, oh. Understandably, you see why we're kind of. Apologies, Corporal Thickeyed. As a party check, one of you roll for the party. Roll history. Thickhide. That sounds familiar. Wasn't that the last name of Kozid? Yeah. Uh, your old dad went out on a mission for a few years, and I haven't seen him since. What is that? Do you know him? Technically, we all do. The human is just really nervous, just staring at Luck, and Luck kind of just. Uh. Uh-huh. We all know what his mission was, and he's been trying to find the boss's daughter, actually. Um, uh, we've been, yeah. Anyway, if you can let our human here friend just do a detect on you, just to see if you're carrying any illegals or just the non just knowing what you're bringing into the city, and just you see the moment that you mentioned your dad, he just seems to be really fucking nervous. Yeah. Uh, Hello. Yes. Hi. This human. He's about about the same height as Garrick, and just at eye level. Really timid looking motherfucker. You don't even Phil. You'll probably know this almost immediately. This dude is a fucking private. Just just from just from looking at him. Yeah. Yeah. Garrick, luck. Um, Still we have to protocol. We have to check everything because fucking everything's magical. You see, you just see him just kind of look down, just like Vietnam kind of flashback. Look down. Everything's magical. Huh? Oh, oh. Uh, you have beautiful eyes. Fuck. He basically he's cast almost immediately just after that he just says he's just sorry let me begin. Almost immediately his eyes just turn completely fucking white. No, 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 no. This is how I see if people are magical. Yeah, except that it only works on my eyes. My patron is a dick. Some guy by the name of Jeff. I don't know. He just looks at you up and down. Is there any magical item on you? Yes, there is. He looks at your glove. Um, his eyes just turn a goldish, just hue on his eyes, and then he looks over at your arm. Oh, what happened to your arm there, ma'am? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. The magic that his eyes as he kind of looks at that. What would that be? Plant growth. Oh no, no, no! You can keep your arm, ma'am. We're trying to keep an eye on everything. Yeah, he just looks at your arm and his eyes are just. He looks at your arm and it's still just glowing. Uh, yeah, yeah, I can tell. You're clear, ma'am. He looks at the cat. There's a lot of necrotic things on this cat. Like, I can't even describe. Is that a fucking bottle? Why is the bottle necrotic? Are you trying to persuade him or deceive him? No, Phil. Uh, yeah, no, not Phil. Arthritis. Sorry. Are you trying to deceive him or persuade him to like okay, this is just what we do? I guess that makes sense. I'll take your word, scary boneman. Towering over me, just not that much. He's looking at Arthuritis. You know, whenever you look at like an X-ray, like to give you an idea what he's looking at Arthuritis with, it's like looking at an X-ray and all you see is the bone. That's him just glowing to this man. Arthuritis, do you have any magical items on you? Oh Christ! As he looks at this, at this thing, it just, his eyes are just glowing different fucking colors. Please put that away. You are hurting my brain. He pulled out the cat slime. The cat slime just looks at him and just said, meow. Ow. My comprehension on this plane of existence is waning. Any other items that you're holding, sir? Yep. I see that there's another item on you that is holding some weird shit inside of it. Oh. Why is there necrotic shit inside of there? Can you describe to what's inside of the bag? Oh. Okay. Apologies, sir. He looks nervous, as just like, oh, this thing has taken many victims, I'm guessing. He looks over at you, Phil. Any items on you, sir, that you wish to bring up on your own volition without me having to tell you? What items do you have? I know you have them. Please just make this easy for me. Are you a holy man, sir? Okay. That explains the radiant shit that you have on you. Trinket looks fine to me. I don't know what that is. No shit. You're good, sir. Oh, yes. Sorry. My name is, Reese. No, you can pick up phones. You just can't use metal weapons. Or no, you can use metal weapons. You just can't wear metal. Like metal armor and shit. That's a no-no. He Yes, you are definitely an interesting being here. Interesting gauntlet as well, miss. Oh, lovely. He looks at Garrick. Garrick is just dripping necrotics. Hey. Sir? Yeah, sell it. Uh, just, it's a thing. It's a, yeah. Just kind of looks down. Just, um, can your, licensed, vouch for you, sir? Garrick just kind of looks at Arthuritis. There you go. He just looks at Luck, and he just immediately, you just kind of see like a bright fucking pop in this dude's eyes. Okay, I don't want to see any more of that. He looked at Luck. Just like, um, dogs. Not the dogs. So many dogs. There was a thing that almost killed me that one time when I went hunting with my dad. Had a snake body, his giant fucking head. Oh. I just... Please, I'm having a panic attack. Please have my associate take your names. Marv, please, just... Please take over. Wait, that's not his name. That Marv isn't his name. Toa. Toa, please, please, I'm taking my break now. I just kind of just lays down on the ground there. Can I please have your names, please? You see, just this man just trying to write things down. A little slower, please. Uh, wait, what? Um, give me one moment. Um, are these people with you? Do you trust them? Okay, I don't need anything else. I can stare at things with my special eyes. Um, Ashton? Where's my father? We knew what his quarry was. We all did. He gave us that information at the very least, but everyone knew this, and everyone's kind of been, keeping an eye out, just a bit. What? Where's my father? Yes. He was supposed to look for you, and you said that you've met him. I'm sorry. Please, go in. Apologies. Kozid's dead. You have his horn. Okay, roll stealth. He notices you put the horn there, Sky. He kind of just looks at you, Sky, and just says, "Thank you for the information, ma'am." The boss wants us to inform whoever comes by with the Ashton name to go to the mound. You can take your time as much as possible, and there's a room set up for you at a tavern by the name of the Break Room. They will roll insight on this man. He is holding back just from bawling on the job. Can you please, can you, deliver this horn, though? Mom would, appreciate it. And... yeah. Sure, what do you... You have your father! So he has actually indicated where certain things are. I think that worked. No, it didn't. No, they're with you. No, they're bound to you. Token layer. Can you see that? Okay. I'm just making sure because, yeah. He also has showed you what? Okay. Thank you. No, there is not a fucking line. Making the fucking guards cry. Who, me? Oh, there is. You haven't looked at Kronk's story. You guys are now inside of the city. So, what are you guys going to do? You guys, I believe you guys can move your tokens. Right here. What? You guys, just by going into the town, you know this basic information. As well. So you guys can either go into the crafting district, the lodging, go over to the break room, or try to explore town a little bit. Garrick will go with you. Garrick will go with you. Luck is just going to wander. And Miqol is just going to find a bar and do some bard things. Yes. Okay, so with more lighthearted stuff, Phil, what are you going to do? Enchanted gems, to be more exact. Okay. Roll me perception if you see anything that strikes your eye. Mm-hmm. Okay. You don't find what you're looking for, but you do find a shop. An interesting little shop. The shop's name is the Old World Imports. Shit. Give me a second. As you walk in to this building, it is... you see a pink-haired woman wearing kind of like a kimono, and she is at the front entrance on the inside of the building, just kind of drinking tea, sitting at a table, just kind of keeping watch of the store. And at the front, you see a burned to fucking hell thing. You don't even know what race this man is. And he's just sitting there, and he just looks at you and says, "Hey, Smooskin, how you doing?" Oh, I haven't heard that one in a while. Doing good, my guy. Oh, we got all types of shits here. Let's see what we got here. Just grabs you. We offer ourselves a little bit of a silvering thing. We mostly have one of a kind artifacts. Oh, sorry. We got ourselves some silvering weapons, and we do some silvering weapons here. We have a guy that does that type of thing. We also have some antiquities that only exist here. Only place that they exist. One of a kind, these artifacts. No other place these places exist. Just here. Okay, give me a pic. Let me get the picture of this dude real quick, because you will recognize this dude a little bit. Who it? It's Onroach. That is not a picture. I think I gave the picture to you, Anri. So if you could post that. Yeah. One of the time antiquities that we have here. What we got here is so what are you in the market for? What are you looking for? We mostly have some weapons, but we also have some jewelry as well. Yeah, that's it. So So right here, we got ourselves some of the jewelry that we're talking about here. We got ourselves a ring of absorption. What this thing does is you hit yourself with one of your fucking, someone hits you with some magic trick that they wanted to do to you, this thing will take it. This thing will put it in there, and it will stay there, and then you can do that same magic trick at them. Yep. Yep. Yes, he did. We also have this item that I've been working on personally, tinkering my hands with this type of thing. A necklace. Looks really nice, ain't it? Too bad it doesn't fucking work. Only thing this does is allow me to communicate to people that don't really talk too well, you know? At a game, this is a necklace of tongues that can only make things be able to communicate in common. Basically, it allows whoever's wearing it to speak common. Not the other way around. Okay. Yeah. That's it that we really have for these oh, what was it, Les? Jewelry. Yeah, whatever that was. We do have some weaponry though. Right here we have a mighty hammer that summons and hammers whenever you hit something with it. Well, you hit something with the hammer, right? Then suddenly just more fucking hammers fall from the sky. It hurt whatever you hit with it. Out of game, this is the hammer of hammers. Yeah. You hit this thing with the hammer, and then after a little bit of time, some more fucking hammers fall on the person that's there if they don't move. Ah, you. I think I got something for you though. Yeah, let me show you this. He sees out a fucking another fucking rapier, and it just begins to float in the air. This, my friend, will attack things if you send it out and attack things. Roll an insight on this man. You can tell that he doesn't know what the fuck any of this shit does. See, I can tell this thing to go over there, and it's going to go over there. Sword, do the thing. It just floats over there and just swishes as it floats. Yeah. Well, you know, to the creative type, maybe you can use these. I don't know. What do I look like, a hammer man? Well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black, yeah? Don't you tell me how to run my business. Like you would know. Roll me perception real quick. It's easy. He forgot something in the box that he basically pulled this shit out of. Oh, it's a dinner knife. I think it talks. Do you ask the knife? What's poppin'? Yeah, it used to be bigger. I don't know what happened to it, though. What do you talk? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Really? I don't know. It's something that he picked up along the way. That's so interesting. What's poppin'? Shut up. Oh, yeah. Well, everyone can make use of everything. Oh, lovely. Well, the knife is 30 gold pieces. You know, a bit of an antique. So yeah. This necklace right here, though, 100 gold pieces or so. It's broken, so throw you a bone there. It used to be 1,000, but now it's 100. And this ring right here, this lovely ring. I'm gonna do you a favor, buddy. This thing used to be 2,000 gold pieces, but for you, my guy, I'm gonna write that down to 800. No questions asked, just 800 gold plus the 100 for the necklace, and the 30 for my guy right here. Let's call him Magnus. Yeah, that's his name. It says right there on the handle. You're starting to get where these items came from. $800 for the ring, another 100, 930 for everything. Anytime that you heal something, it you can use your religion modifier as an additional amount that you heal. So if you have a healing pool, so that means that if you put 1 point, you can put in more points. You have never fucking used that, and it's really fucking good. Yeah. You would have died. Man, this shit looks pretty good. Man, I want to buy all this shit right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I got my associate needs to look things over real quick just to make sure, just make things on the up and up, I'll be the judge of that. Les. Just immediately, he just belts out this fucking name, and this woman, the woman in the corner, just kind of walks up and looks at everything. And she kind of just like picking away like all the fucking like away the magic shit away from the non-magical shit. And she's just okay. And she's just kind of like you see the face of this man of this man just be really fucking happy that he's about to get this load of things as she just shows up and just like swipes away like 90% of it. On Roach. Remember, the funny stuff we want. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see what we got here. We got this eye thing, and we got this knife. Yeah? Is that all the in this scroll? Ooh. Look at this. He kind of looks back and it kind of shows it off to Les. I want to offer you 900 for the lower. 7 lower. God, 5 low. Or 300. He kind of looks at Les. And looks. Yeah. Yeah, 300. 300 for this. For the dagger, for your dagger, that eye thing, and that knife, or no, the scroll. Yeah, the scroll. 300 for these things. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you meant the Tanto. Yeah, so the iron. Uh, 250. You see, Les is just sitting there making sure that he doesn't waste all of the fucking spendings. On what? He's looking towards you, and then like you see him just kind of just close his right eye and look at Les. She kind of she does it just like a quiet nod. Yeah. I think we can work that out. Deal. All right, we'll hold this for you then, and we'll keep a good eye on it. This thing will belong to only you. And he just gives you like a big fucking smile. So now you have Magnus and that necklace. So this motherfucker had Escargot Manson's hammer of hammers, Alton's spell absorption ring, a Nom's dancing rapier, and Magnus. No, Magnus is the dinner knife. He's a mimic. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Okay. That was 130, okay, and then they gave you 325? So you got... Okay, so you gained 195 gold. I'll give you stats afterwards. Sky, you and Garrick are approaching as this is all happening. Sky and Garrick, you guys are approaching the Thickhide homestead. As you approach this building, it is a fairly nice looking house. From the street, you can actually tell that there is a sizable workshop behind, and you just see the homestead, and yeah. Okay. Give me a knock. Yeah. There's a silence for a little bit, and then you see just a minotaur woman just standing there. She doesn't have any markings on her, like none of the like draconic markings. I suppose I am. Yeah. Unless he's gone to sleep with another fucking woman. Garrick just kind of like... Was he in jail this time and he needs someone to bail him out again? Did he murder a man? I told him he was going to murder someone with that fucking thing. What? Gone where? Oh. Hmm. um, do you wish to come inside? I, I don't think I've miss her face just like immediately. Oh, please come in, Miss Ashton. As you wish, Sky. She gives you. You can tell that she's an older woman. Um, you can just tell that, you know, like the tone has just immediately changed. She's as she invites you into her home. Okay. Hmm. I I I don't know where to begin. To what ask? Um, I want to know, for family records and all that. Our family likes to keep uh, keep things like that. Oh, oh, no. Yeah, yeah, he was. No, he told you to deliver that. Did he get that motherfucker that got your that got the boss in such a hiss? No, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about that That motherfucker that took you to begin with. Good on you, kid. As you're about to give money, Garrick just stops you. I was me and your husband spoke for a while, and we weren't always at odds, but we had a similar mindset in mind. I was I assisted Miss kind of motions to Sky to escaping from that facility, and you know, me and Koza didn't really see eye to eye much. You know, just I want to tell you that he was a good man, and you know, yeah. Please take this. And Garrick just puts down just a pouch of cash on the table. Thank you. If y'all would want to take a look around his workshop at any point while you guys are in town, then feel free. Yeah, go find your dad, kid. She's about Dakota size. Yeah, not really. Dakota's 6'13", I think. 7 foot 1 inch tall. At that, we will switch over to Arthuritis. I am bone tired. I want to sleep. As you approach this place, you can tell that it's very, very, it's very busy. There's a lot of these minotaurs and centaurs here, actually. And, you know, a lot of them with the same kind of, like, markings that Kozid and Sky have, just on them. Just scales kind of lining their forearms and kind of their, yeah, just kind of lining their forearms. You go up to the, so what else are you going to do in here? Are you just going to go up to the front counter and get that room, or what? Okay. As you approach the front desk, you would assume that you'd be looking for a Minotaur or someone, you know. But you actually see a high elf at the counter, kind of just lazily, just kind of looking at things, and he just kind of looks at you and just, well, hi. How you doing, man? Hey, that's fine. We're switching over to the Arthuritis. You hugged her and we switched scenes. How you doing, man? I didn't think that one of your kind would get in here. I can tell. You're not here drinking. He has a little name tag on. Uh, engraved, it says raisin, Raizen, but you can tell that he's kind of put something over that and just put bui, Bui, over it. So you want in a room or something, or? You can tell that this man's a high elf. But you can't, that he doesn't have that same attitude that most high elves have. Yes, he is. Do you have a reservation or something for that man, or are you just going to, you know, stick around and kind of be wall decoration? How loud do you say that? Okay. Let me see if anyone else in this room hears. Everyone kind of stops. Like, it kind of goes dead silent after you mention Ashton. They're all looking at you. I don't know, man. This is the first time that I've seen this happen. It's pretty cool. Let me go talk to my manager. He just kind of gets up and he just kind of walks away. And out you see this human woman just kind of like trot herself over in front while this fucking high elf just kind of like lazily walks back next to her. Hi, you're with the you said that you're with the Ashtons? Okay. Do you have any proof to prove these things? All right. I'm sorry, sir. You have to leave. We're this seems to be a bit of a mistake. Go outside. Everyone just begins to say, kind of look back at whatever they're doing as she says this. Go outside. She follows you and just leaves the high elf at the counter. She brings you back into an alleyway. What are you doing here? I'm not talking. Why? How is an undead inside of the wall at the moment? Okay, and why are you flinging around that name? I don't know. Just a little bit for me, given the fact that I'm supposed to give away a room for free because just because someone mentioned the name of it, and they don't even look the part, or supposedly the part. You don't look like a female human. You're with the help, it would put my mind at ease. Help. Just to play the part, and just, you know, it's just because you've seen them in there. I would do that if it was dead inside. I would allow you to go in there, but there's like fucking 50 people in there. And they're minotaurs and centaurs. There's one of my workers. He's a poor fucking gnome, and he's just stuck in there. Just. Okay. You turn into Sky. She kind of looks you up and down and just said, "Yep, that will work." She walks. Just give me like a minute or two to walk back inside, and then just walk in, do the same fucking thing that you just did, and the tone will be different. Okay, trust me on this, okay? Okay. She kind of just... She seems really stressed. You can try to insight the entire situation that's going on here. Okay, with that easy, you can tell that she kind of had to do that because if she was kind of trying to prevent a riot. Drunk minotaurs and centaurs inside of a small fucking building. Not a good idea. She walks back inside and, you know, you just wait the amount of time that you're supposed to, and you just go walking back in. Do you want to do something so how are you walking in? I just want to ask. Like, are you walking in like you're on the catwalk, or are you just trying to get in and get out? Okay, roll me performance. Oh yeah. Everyone is fucking going for it. Everyone that just looked at you with ire is now looking at you like, oh my god, look at that. Is that her? Yeah, no, that's fucking her. You go up to the counter again, you see boy again. Hey, how may I help you? Hey. That's a weird looking arm you got there, lady. Relatable. Relatable, man. What do you want? Everyone's just again, just this quiet fucking shit going on. A few moments of silence, and they all just fucking yeah, just as they're fucking celebrating. Yeah, I got that. Let me get my manager. The manager comes up and says, "Hello, Miss Ashton. I'm glad to see that you're well and alive. I'm sorry that your arm is the new hire has informed me about your arm. I'm dreadfully sorry. Let me show you to your room." She's just leading you up the stairs as, you know, you just see this fucking party going on that fucking Skyla's back. And Skyla's alright. What do you want to do while you're fucking climbing the fucking stairs? You're in the arms of a fucking Minotaur woman and you're crying. I need you to roll me a charisma real quick, Arthuritis, to see how they take that. Yeah, they all eat that shit up and they're fucking partying hard now. I want you to roll me perception. Just this is a joke perception, but just roll me perception. You see an arm of a tiny gnome. And he's trying to climb up on the top of one of these motherfuckers, just trying to breathe. You faintly hear him say, "Help me. Help." You go back up into the room, and the woman just kind of says, "Good job. Hope Miss Ashton gets here soon." Well, as soon as Miss Ashton's here, I think you can leave. If not, then you have to do the same thing that you just did. Is she really like that? Just, okay. And that is where we are going to call it quits for today. I forgot to zoom out on the fucking map on the recording. Shit. So it's been just zoomed in on fucking Phil the entire time. God damn it.